YouTube. You're about to see my full day of eating, but I just wanted to quickly preface before you watch the video that I am a macro tracker. I track my macros. A macro track. I don't know if that's anything. I track my macros. I pretty much stick to clean eating, but I also am like a flexible dieter. I just want to, quickly preface the video because everybody has different goals and everybody can stick to different methods. So this is what I am doing, and yeah, I feel like it's just important to know that it's not a one-size-fits-all. So hopefully you enjoy the video, and you're about to see me in a very attractive morning state before my check-in, so hopefully you enjoy. Otherwise, yeah, enjoy my full day of eating and my physique update. And if I haven't told you the date, it's Thursday, November 16th. This is episode 3 of Impress Yourself, and as always, like the video and subscribe, and let me know if there's anything specific you would like to see or hear from any of my upcoming videos. So thank you again for coming back, and yeah, see you soon.
Furry boys, they know us. On fast money, no slow bucks. No one can control us. Yeah, baby. Baby girl, you so damn fine, though. I'm trying to know if I can hit it from behind, though. I'm sipping on you like some fine wine, though. And when it's over, I press rewind, though. You talking bands, girl, I got it. Benjamin's all in my pocket. I traded in my truths for some Robins. Playing Batman.
Good morning, guys. As you can see, it is super early and it is still dark out, and I have my lights, like my projector light kind of things on me because I am sending my check-ins to my coach right now. So I am super morning face, but you're gonna see all of me in this. So I'm just gonna show you quickly. Usually I do it like over in our office when it's daytime, but I just turned on those lights up there and have a chair set up. So super professional. But I might show you my check-ins, I might not, I'm not sure. But with doing my check-ins, so we are a little over 4.5 months post-show right now, and I don't do check-ins every week like I did during my prep. I'm doing them about every other week, sometimes a little bit longer. It's honestly just kind of when I feel like, hey, I want to check in. It's my accountability, and so I am trying to show you guys like a little bit more of like, I don't want to say like natural living or whatever, because you guys know I want to compete next summer, but for me, accountability is huge, and I think by me like sending in my photos and sending in my check-ins, it's kind of like, you know, hey, you still have goals and you still have, you know, like, I don't know, aesthetic desires, I guess, because sometimes when, you know, like winter time, like you're covered up in more clothing and all of that, and so you just don't think of that stuff sometimes, and I'm always like, oh, it's fine, like I can have that meal and it won't matter, I can put on an extra, whatever. I feel like you guys understand. So by me checking in, it's kind of like, hey, hold yourself accountable, you know, you, like, you're doing this for yourself, and you're doing this because, you know, I've had other problems in the past. So with that said, today is my accountability check-in. I am going to send everything off to my coach, and I'll let you guys know what he says. Otherwise, I think I'm going to take you guys through a full day of eating because it is my rest day today. My life is not like exciting at the moment. Today I go to work from 8 to 1, and then I'll study from 1:30 till 5, and then we have an event tonight. As you guys know, I was a ski racer, all of that my whole life, and so tonight we're going to a film. It's a Warren Miller film. I don't know if you guys are familiar. If you are, go ahead and put it down below, but we're going to go to that tonight and see some of like my friends from my like ski realm of my life, and yeah, so we're going to do that, and so I'll kind of just show you a full day of eating on a rest day. It is, I think, 6 a.m. So I'm going to start off with my green juice and my kombucha. So I do green juice, kombucha, put a scoop of glutamine powder in there, 30 grams, so 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and I take some of my vitamins. So I have that, and then I'm not sure, so I'll show you guys in a sec. Alright guys, so here is my green juice. It is literally 1 cup of greens, 1 cup of kombucha, 1 cup of water, and then, like I said, apple cider vinegar and my glutamine powder, and then My lighting makes me look super yellow in my kitchen, so I apologize for that. I already pre-made it. I just made it like 2 minutes ago, so it's gonna take a little while and it kind of will expand. But it is literally, it looks super delish right now. Not really, it looks like mush. So, any milk of choice. I did 1 cup cashew milk, 1 tablespoon chia seeds, 1 tablespoon flaxseed meal, 1 scoop protein powder, and 35 grams of oats, I believe. And then I added some stevia and some cinnamon and some pink salt. So that is what I'm going to be having. And then I also top it with my Ness mix, which is my company whipped raw. We make these, I'm doing the snickerdoodle cookie dough. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I post it on my story all the time. So I put a serving of that. It's right here. Snickerdoodle cookie dough. I do 30 grams of this. So this you actually can make into, like we make them into our own protein balls and protein bars. It's just a plain mix. You can add your own, like what's your Ness? So like my Ness is fitness, and you know, you have greatness, kindness, all of that. So this is, my company makes these. You can buy them online if you want. But yes, I sprinkle 30 grams of that on top as opposed to making like a protein ball or a protein bar. So like I don't like chocolate, my boyfriend does, so we have a chocolate peanut butter brownie. He'll do that. He'll put his own protein powders into it. I like to make my own protein bars and protein balls using like flax seeds and chia seeds and oats, and I obviously like different protein powders than him, and so it's kind of nice to have a mix to make for your fix. Our saying is the mix for your fix. So I have that. I also like it dry, like I said. I'll put it on this, I'll put it on oats, I'll put it on cream of rice. It just kind of adds that like extra sweetener because there's no added sweeteners into it. It's all natural, organic ingredients. And so, yes, you guys have just been seeing me an awesome time. So yes, I'm going to get ready. I probably won't eat that, the chia seed pudding until I get to work, just because I'll down this greens, go get ready, head to work, and then I'll probably eat around like 8:30. And then I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to eat for the rest of the day. I usually, what I do, I go into my Fitness Pal, and because I do track everything, I am tracking macros. I'm at 150 grams protein, 300 grams carbs, and 40 grams fat on my rest days, and then on my leg days, I'm 350 grams carbs. But what I do in terms of like tracking for the day is I track initially like what I know I really want. So for me, I have to have something at the end of the day. I just have to like mentally know that I get food after dinner. So I first track that, and then I track like what I think Casey and I are gonna make for dinner, just so that I can still have an enjoyable evening with him, and I'm not like, oh, I only have this many macros left. So I usually track that. On a training day, I always track my pre and post workout meals, usually first, but today's a rest day. So I'll go for my post-dinner workout, or post-dinner snack, and then my dinner, and what I want for breakfast. Breakfast, if I'm not training, I usually try and keep it higher fat because it helps keep you satiated, or like helps keep away your hunger longer because fats are slower digesting. So that's a little bit of information for you. So that's how I'll track it, and then I kind of figure out what I'll have for like my lunch and my midday meal after I have everything else put in. So that's how I do it, to kind of make it a little bit more lifestyle-ish as opposed to like meal plan, I guess. Yeah, so that's everything for now, and I will, excuse me, see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so I apologize. This full day of eating is not going to be like super creative, but sometimes it's hard for me to figure out like what I'm craving or what I want, and when I'm at work, I don't know, my day is all over the place today, so I'm kind of just going with it. But with that said, I do try and have like 20 to 30 grams of protein at each meal, so regardless of what I'm eating, like vegetables, actual meats, whatever, that's what I try and do. So you saw what I'm going to eat for breakfast. I'm bringing my FitMark bag, just keeps everything cold. I bring half a gallon of water to work. And then I am, yeah, sorry, sidetracked. I'm gonna eat my chia seed pudding when I get there, and then These I love. They are by Julian Bakery. I get the pagan bars. I have them in like 6 different flavors, but they are completely vegan, non-GMO, soy-free, gluten-free, dairy-free, all of that. So I am gluten-free and dairy-free, so it's awesome for me to find protein bars that like don't have, sorry, my camera keeps dying. I don't really know where I'm at, but that's what I'm gonna bring to work. So just kind of like listen to your body, see what you're feeling. Don't feel like you have to have, like, that's why I have my greens in the morning. I don't always know what I'm gonna crave or what I'm gonna want, and for me, part of sticking to my plan is enjoying what I'm eating. So I genuinely love these things, so I'll be having one of these. It's called Sweet Cream. I'll quickly look at the macros for you, if you even care. 20 grams protein, 19 carb, and 5 grams of fat. There is 18 grams of fiber in here though, so definitely be careful if you're having these or having any type of protein bars. A lot of times there's a ton of fiber, and you don't have too much fiber in your day. So obviously a good range. I try and have between like 25 and 30 grams. They say try and have like 10 to 15 grams per 1,000 calories you're eating. That might be a lot of information, but anyways, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna be eating that and a kettle corn rice cake, and then I'll be home probably like 1:30. So that's just gonna be like my afternoon or after late morning snack meal. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Yeah. Alright guys, so I am just getting home and I'm seriously beyond hungry, so I just don't really feel like making something super intricate right now. So, kind of going off my cravings lately, I have been really into cereal, and I don't know why, but I have been enjoying making my own. So, what I've been using, I've gotten a lot of questions on my brand. I just go to Safeway and I get kettle corn rice cakes. I know Quaker makes them as well, and I use the Quaker like standard rice cakes, but when you look at the ingredients, just some of like the additives in the kettle corn rice cakes is better in this brand. So I do look at ingredients. I like to try and get the most like natural ingredients as possible. So what I do, I'm gonna show you. Okay, a few things. So sorry, I'm really all over the place. So as you'll see here, I have 3 regular rice cakes, which pretty much soak up the milk pretty damn fast, and then I have 4 kettle corn rice cakes. The reason I do this is because this is 7 grams of carbs for one, this is 18. So I get like 2.5 of these for the size of these. But I obviously like the taste of this, so I use this more as just volume. So like all 3 of these is basically equivalent to one of these. So more just for a volume perspective, and yeah, so what I do is I crumple it all up. I prefer cashew milk. A little thing, last year I started using cashew milk over almond milk. I love it. Like the thickness and creaminess is better, in my opinion. It's also way better for baking that I have found. I feel like almond milk can be kind of like watery, and cashew milk, in my opinion, is not. I just realized this isn't the vanilla brand. Usually I do unsweetened vanilla. Then I usually do 1 scoop of my whipped cream vanilla Klass Nutrition protein, or for anybody who has sensitivities to like dairy, or if you're vegan, these are just at Safeway, Bob's Red Mill, the chai protein, and then vanilla protein. But also make sure you're looking at your macros, because you know, I had the pagan bar earlier today that had what, like 19 grams of fiber. Well, 1 serving of this has 11, and it has 19 grams of carbs. So just take that into account. So I kind of just go back and forth depending on my macros, more or less, whereas like my Klass Nutrition is just straight whey protein. So I am being a little kid right now and having cereal, which is, in my opinion, totally fine. It's what I'm craving. But just so you know, this would be a great pre or post-workout meal, because it is, especially with the whey protein, because it's very, very low fat and high protein, like fast digesting protein. So this protein is 100% whey isolate, and that is what you'd want to have post-workout. So this would be a super fast, easy post-workout meal. Kind of big for a pre-workout, but I guess it depends on your body. It's all fast digesting carbs, which is great. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll make it, I literally crumple it all up. I would recommend putting the cashew milk into like a shaker bottle and shaking it up, but if not, just put it into your bowl first, mix the protein powder, and then crumple the stuff up into it. So just different ways that I've learned work better than others. So I am literally non-functional. I need to eat, and I will check in with you guys in a little bit and might talk to you or have a quick chat before my next meal. So, food time. One more thing, I always add cinnamon to it because if you didn't know, cinnamon helps your body digest carbs. So I just shake it in and yeah, sprinkle it over the top, helps you digest carbs. And I think that's everything now. You can add like stevia if you want more sweetener, but the kettle corn rice cakes do have like kind of a sugar coating. So for me, that works. And I feel very yellow in this light, so I hope I don't look ill. But food time for me. I'll see you guys soon. Just so you can see really quickly, this is what it looks like, and then I literally just mix it around. The kettle corn rice cakes are a little bit harder, so I kind of like to have them soak in the milk a little bit just so they're not so hard. But as you can see, like this is literally the size of my head. So, chow down time. Alright guys, so I just want to quickly interrupt my full day of eating and talk to you for a second because I feel like so often when we come to like full day of eating videos, I know for me, like I personally love to get ideas and just kind of see how other people are working with their macros because that's what I do. So I just wanted to quickly talk to you about like tracking macros and intuitive eating and flexible dieting and clean eating because there's so many options out there, and I feel like I just want to make sure you're not coming to look and be like, okay, maybe you like my physique or you like my energy in the gym or whatever it may be, and you're like, okay, I want to do what she's doing. I just want to make sure that nobody walks away from this video and takes away like my macros or the way, like what I'm doing, like, okay, she eats cereal every day, or, you know, these are the bars she's eating or whatever. Don't get me wrong, I find a lot of ideas from other people, and I've literally some of my main staple foods that I eat now are because of what I have found through YouTube and what other people are eating. But I also understand now, at least I didn't before, that the way people eat, it really is, like, it's so individual. I feel like when you think about it, society is based around food. I mean, everything that we do, all of our social interactions, like family, tradition, everything, like food is kind of the center of everything. And so for me, I know right now macros is what's best for me. I would love to one day like be an intuitive eater, which is where you kind of just like eat when you're hungry and you stop when you're full. But for me, I've been in both places where if I was to intuitively eat, I would potentially undereat or I would overeat. I would undereat in the sense that I would mentally say, okay, I'm going to be eating a lot tomorrow, or I'm going to, like, I have a big event this weekend or whatever. And so my intuitive eating would be to like restrict myself. And then in other cases, I've been the girl to like go into the pantry and be like, oh, it's just like 3 or 4 pieces of popcorn. I mean, 1 handful is fine. Oh, where'd the bag go? Like, that's just me. And so I know that like those hunger cues aren't always there to tell me when to stop or when to start. So I'm just not there yet. That's not me. And I also want to like preface with, you guys know that I want to compete next year. So with that, I'm growing. And so I need to make sure I'm getting the right nutrients into my body, because some days I'm not craving carbs. Sometimes I literally could go through every carb in my entire house. I could eat freaking every piece of pasta and macaroni and cheese you can imagine. Like, I just don't have, I really enjoy food. So, but I also love broccoli, chicken, and rice, whatever. So for me, macros works great. I get to have a little bit of everything. I get to eat what's healthy and what feels good for my body, but then I also can satisfy like my hunger cravings, if that makes sense. So I just want to quickly talk about that because I feel like it's so hard in today's society to figure out like what's right and what's wrong and what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, and what's the new fad diet, and oh wait, they aren't eating tomatoes, like are tomatoes bad for you, or I don't even know. It's like I get so wrapped up in it sometimes and so confused as to like what I should and shouldn't be doing, and I forget that I don't think we should look at it as a should or should not. It should be like, there I say should. It needs to be something that it works for you. What is something that you can create a lifestyle around? Do I necessarily want to be carrying a scale around everywhere? No. I mean, like when I said earlier, I measure out a cup of milk. I weigh everything. Like right now, that's just what I do. Don't get me wrong. If I go out to eat, I can kind of guesstimate like what's 4 ounces or whatever. But I don't want to be doing that forever. Like I definitely want to get to a point where my hunger cues tell me what I need or what I want, and then I can kind of say, okay, you know, I've had a lot of carbs today, I haven't had enough protein, or whatever it may be. But I just want to make sure that I would love for you guys to take away some ideas, you know, my cereal or whatever. I know today's not like super adventurous, but you know, maybe you are vegan, or maybe you do have dairy sensitivities and you like those bars or whatever. Like, definitely take all your knowledge that you learn from YouTube, and especially full days of eating, like, take them with a grain of salt. I definitely went through a period where I would like Google people's like YouTube macro or YouTube video like macros, whatever, and I would write down like what these girls were eating on their training days and on their off-season days and their prep season, and every week I was changing my own macros, and I always had my Fitness Pal, so I like understood what a macro was, but I didn't know what my body needed at all. And so if you are somebody who you are learning, like, this is not a macro calculation video, but if you're somebody who wants to kind of know what your body needs, I recommend for like 5 to 7 days tracking what you eat every single day. Just not even in my Fitness Pal, just maybe, I mean, that's where I would recommend doing it, but write it down. Like, my Fitness Pal doesn't have to be down to the gram. So if you wanted to do it, I would recommend for 5 to 7 days, put in there like, okay, I had a cup of rice or whatever. Don't worry about weighing it, just guesstimate and see what did you eat in the full week. Like, maybe what was your caloric range? And then from there, that's when you would do like the actual macronutrient breakdown of where your calories were at. So like, did you gain weight that week? Did you lose weight that week? So it's definitely a science behind it, but it's not impossible. But it's not for everybody. So that's why I just want to preface this and just let you guys know that, like, hopefully you get some ideas, you see into everything, but I just want you guys to know that fitness and health is not a one-size-fits-all. Life is not a one-size-fits-all. I feel like in today's society, we're trying to fit in so much. Like, I even catch myself, you know, I scroll through Instagram and I just see like how the people are succeeding and on social media, or like how they're influencing, and then I start to second guess myself. I start to second guess, like, am I doing this right? Like, am I, and yeah, I think of it as like a right and wrong. Like, am I, you know, posting the right things? Am I posting the wrong things and whatever? And at the end of the day, like, I just need to know that if I'm putting out the content that I want to put out, and I pride myself on being genuine. Like, I really try not to show you guys anything that isn't what I'm genuinely using or doing or feeling or anything like that. So I just want you guys to take that away from this video, that one thing that I'm genuine, that I really promise to try and give you guys like real stuff that I'm going through, but also to know that you don't have to fit into this like mold that society tries to put us into, or that social media tries to put us into. You know, you don't have to be a flexible dieter, you don't have to be a macro counter, you don't have to be an intuitive eater, you don't have to be a competitor, you don't have to be a bodybuilder, like, you don't have to be a yogi. Like, there's all these different categories that you feel like you have to fit into if you want to be someone or something. And I've gotten caught up into that, and that's part of the reason why I'm doing this series, Impress Yourself, because yes, I have a goal of competing next year, but like I've said, like, I don't define myself as a bikini competitor. I don't define myself as a girl with endometriosis. Like, I'm Carly, and I am living life and learning every day, and yeah, so I feel like it's easy to get caught up in these molds. So that's my little 2 cents for you guys. I feel like I could go on a lot. If you want me to elaborate more on like how I feel about this and more on all of this, feel free to comment down below. I would love to do more videos on it, but today is a full day of eating, so I apologize for anybody who's just here to see food, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys know, yeah, that there's so much more to just food. So just get some ideas and maybe take away some learning in terms of, I don't know, how I do things, but otherwise, do you figure out what works for you and what you can stick with to create a lifestyle, not a quick fix, because I promise you the quick fix will not get you to where you want to be. So I'll see you guys at my next little food. I don't know what I'm eating yet, so see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so my face is super shaded. I apologize. I'm gonna lean back. So I'm just gonna quickly show you what I am eating. I don't know if I can call this like dinner. Today's hours have just been weird. We're heading out to go to a Warren Miller film. I don't know if you guys follow like snow skiing at all, but it's like really famous films that Warren Miller puts out every year. So we're on our way to go see that. I have factored in a drink. So usually if I'm going to be drinking, I'll factor in either 32 grams of carbs or 16 carbs, 7 fat. So I know like a glass of wine is like 28 carbs, and you can get super like exact, but I just did 32. Factored that in. So I'm eating this now, and then I have another meal that I'll have when I get home, or like a quick snack. But what I did is I like to call these kind of like, man, my lighting here really is orange, huh? They are like little crepes, so I do egg whites and then I put in a little bit of protein powder and some baking powder, and then I just cook them on like a pot, whatever. Actually, I have one over here that you can see they're like super like thin. And then I put coconut oil on it, and I sprinkled a little bit of like dry PB Fit, cinnamon, stevia, pink salt, and then that big glob in the middle is PB Fit but mixed with water, so like actual peanut butter. So I guess today was kind of like a breakfast eating day for me, but I really like this. Super easy to like change your macros. Like if you know, if I have like more carbs that I need to eat, I'll add like coconut flour to it, or you can, you know, obviously adjust your proteins with adding more or less protein powder. You can put chia seeds in it to add more fats, regular peanut butter, anything and everything. So it's kind of nice. It's a good meal because it's easy to adjust according to how you like it. So I'm gonna eat this, and I'll see you guys when we get back tonight. I don't know what time it'll be. It might be late. I obviously won't show you my drink because I'm not gonna bring my camera, but I typically either order vodka water with lemon or lime, or tequila, tequila on the rocks with the lime. Those would probably be my go-to beverages. I'm not a beer drinker, and I like wine occasionally, but usually like when I'm with my girls for like book club and stuff. Otherwise, those would be my two go-to drinks. I'll probably have one of those. And I'm gonna eat this and not be so awkwardly lean back, but I will see you guys tonight. And yeah, see you guys in a little. Alright guys, so I am ending this video the exact same way I started it, in my pajamas. So we just got back. It is almost 10:30. You guys look at my phone. I don't know if you can see. See all the shatter? See it? I cracked my whole phone. Anyways, it is almost 10:30 and I am eating my last little meal. I definitely don't restrict myself from having food at night. I do try and eat within like a 10-hour window, or sorry, a 12-hour window. So if I have like my first meal at 9 a.m., I'll try and have my last around 9. But you know what? Sometimes life is crazy. I did not anticipate to get home this late, but that's okay. So you guys, I'm so sorry today's food was like not, I feel like not very nutritiously dense. I feel like it was like a lot of little kid food, but anyways, that's fine. So I have this probably almost every single night before I go to bed, because it's like, gives me that little sweet tooth fix, and it's super easy to adjust different things depending on what kind of macros I have left. So I'm gonna show you again with my PB Fit Jazz. So I did 1 serving of this, so 1 tablespoon or 12 grams, and then I did half a scoop of protein powder, and it kind of makes this, like, you can see, like thick peanut butter. Put it on a kettle corn rice cake, and then I'll add cinnamon and pink salt, and then same thing that I have in the morning, not the green juice, but I did 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and I just mix it with a little bit of amino acids. Apple cider vinegar just really helps our digestion, and so I like to have it at night. I haven't always done that. I just started incorporating it about a month ago, and I really like it. I feel like I wake up like a little bit less bloated, so it might be something you try out. I do have a friend who she does it after every single meal. I don't know if you guys know Danielle. She's great. She has a ton of full day of eating, so you guys should check that out. But yeah, so starting the day off pretty much exactly how it started. And in the next video, I hope to be a little more energetic for you guys. I feel like this week has just been so crazy with my studying and being back on like a full part-time work schedule. So just kind of adjusting, and yeah, but that's my full day of eating. And like I said, this is for me. It's my macros, what works for me. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what else you guys would like to see. I just want to show this because I've gotten a lot of requests and a lot of questions in terms of what I eat and how I fit proteins in and how I fit carbs in and where you put fats. And so hopefully this does help you guys out a little bit. I will do my next full day of eating on a training day, so you can see exactly like how I split my macros on a training day, because I feel like on my rest day I kind of just like put them in wherever. the only thing I'd recommend is don't save all your carbs for the end of the day on your rest day, because you aren't burning as you would on a training day. So like you saw, I had my huge bowl of cereal at like 1:30 today. So it was like I had enough time left in the day to use the energy that I was putting in my body. So that would be my only recommendation. Otherwise, I'm gonna eat this and head to bed, and I will see you guys in the next video. As always, if you have any recommendations at all, please let me know. I would love to answer any questions. Otherwise, I'll see you in episode 4. See ya.